Okay, go.
Yeah,
For Jem.
My name is
Story
Avram
for Jem.
I'm a Baal Tshuva. I became Baal Tshuva when I was 26. I'm 62 years old now. I've been through a lot of tekufas. Wherever I grew up in Connecticut and going around, I had a shaykhus to Chabad in Connecticut. Why I did not become Chabad, I don't know. I went to Or Sameach, and from Or Sameach, I went to the Boston Rebbe. From the Boston Rebbe, I end up in the square, by the square Rebbe. Also Russian. It's good. It's close. So I'm getting closer and closer as I get older. And my wife and I have lived in Muncie now for about 25, 26 years or so, and we're thinking about where we'll retire. We don't want to stay there for financial reasons and things like that. So I had met Rabbi Harlig in Las Vegas on my business trips, and he expressed how well I would fit in with that community over there. My wife,
Not necessarily a compliment, but
my wife though, she wants warm, but she wants water. She says there's no water over there, but I've been trying to convince her she has to spend a Shabbos in Las Vegas. So we've been going back and forth, and she wants to go to Florida. I spent a Shabbos in Florida at Ormond Beach. We're going in a couple of weeks to go down to Boynton Beach. We're looking at Coral Springs. All these, always with the Chabad community. I seem to be drawn to this. It seems to be the best thing for me as I get into my last part of half of my life, I suppose you'd call it. So we decided for the first time ever. I've never been here before. I live in Muncie. I've never been to the oil before. We decided last week, let's go to the oil and let's see. We'll make a pun, and we're going to take our time. I came here in my pun. I'm not going to say everything that I said in the pun. I decided to ask one question. I'm not going to ask like 15 questions. I'm going to ask one question. Yeah, well, because I spoke to, I have some Lubavitch friends at work, and I said, what do you do when you come here? They explained to me. I got all excited. I've been sitting on pins and needles waiting to come here. So we got up at 5 o'clock this morning. We got ourselves out of the house. We got here by a little after sunrise. I wrote my pun, and all I asked in the pun was, from a Ruchni's point of view and from a Gash's point of view, what would be a good community for us. I mentioned Ormond Beach, I mentioned Las Vegas, I mentioned Coral Springs, I mentioned Boynton Beach, I mentioned all these in my pun. I scanned it before I left so that no one can say that it's not true. And I intended to come out and go right over to the video and to watch the video from the Rebbe. And as I walked up there, I found Rabbi Harlig, who is from Las Vegas. So I didn't even have to get into the room with the video to understand what has just happened. And I am so overwhelmed. And you might want to say, well, now I have things to think about. Actually, I don't have anything to think about, but I have a lot to digest. I'm very overwhelmed. And Kadosh Baruch Hu has just been such a chef and such a bracha, and I appreciate all the great things that all the communities are doing, and I'm especially impressed when I go out to Las Vegas, how comfortable I feel there. And Mitzvah Hashem, I'll make the right decision, and we'll be in the right place, and Mitzvah Hashem will all be in Yerushalayim soon with Mashiach.
Amen.